Hey, welcome to JG3 Reviews. My name is James and I've got a fountain pen to review for you today. And if you are not new to the fountain pen world, then this is a very familiar pen and you're thinking, James, how have you never reviewed this before? I know that that's certainly what I was thinking when I reviewed the Wingsung 698 last time. Why have I never reviewed the TWSBI Eco? It's been in my pen case in regular use for a year or so. And so I'm going to do that today. I want to share with you what I think about the TWSBI Eco, because you needed like one more opinion about this pen, right? Anyway, yeah, ask for it or not, here it is. That's the beauty of YouTube. You can just click away, but please don't. Go ahead and watch right on through. I would really appreciate that. But maybe you've been on the fence about this pen. Maybe you said, can it really live up to the hype? Because that's a question I ask about a lot of things. In fact, for Father's Day, I got it early. My family got me the AeroPress coffee maker. And I was like, can this really live up to the hype of what people say? And I asked a friend the other day and he said, yes, get one. And so what do you know? I got one. And it lived up to the hype. And it ain't hype if it's true. So that's my question. Can it be as good as an AeroPress coffee? Well, I don't know. Fountain pens as good as coffee. I'm not even sure that's possible, but we're going to give it a shot. Okay, so let's take a close-up look at the TWSBI Eco, and mine has a medium nib. So first, you notice it says TWSBI, so you won't be confused about what you've got right there on the pen, and Eco, and it is made in Taiwan. So a Taiwanese pen, and it has, of course, the metal band, a good sturdy steel clip. That is a good strong clip. Black plastic on the cap and on the knob for turning the piston. And on this one, you do just turn it counterclockwise. You don't have to pull it out or anything like that. You just turn, and this piston, I'm not going to do it because it's already inked, as are my fingers. But the piston will go down and pushing out the air, or in this case, ink, and then it will pull the ink back into the pen. And it does hold quite a bit of ink, and so that's one of the reasons people really like the Eco. And let's take that off. The cap will post, but it's kind of long when you do that, so you may not want to do that, and there is it's a bit back weighted. I just set it to the side so I can knock it over there. Has a clear section, and one of the things, if you've wondered, why is a TWSBI more expensive than, say, the Wingsung? I've got a lot of Wingsung demonstrators around here. I guess I could have pointed back there as well. Why is it more? A couple of things. One is just the economical difference between work and labor and everything else in China versus Taiwan, the Republic of China. And I'm not getting into one China policy on my channel. This is not a political review. So that you've got cost differences and economical differences and things like that. You also have material differences. One of the things that you'll notice, and it's one of the things that I was impressed with when I first bought this, and I've probably had it a year. I just kept forgetting to, a new package would come in and I'd review that instead. The materials are clearly, it's a demonstrator, are clearly a little bit better than the average, say, $4 demonstrator that you're going to get off of AliExpress. And that's just true. Okay, I'm not knocking anybody. There are different prices and the different materials, and you buy to a price point and manufacture to a price point. So you will even notice, looking at this clear section, that compared to some other pens, there's just a qualitative difference in that acrylic. So there is that, and in the manufacturing, and when you look at the piston and some of the parts that make up the piston mechanism, I think you can visually see a quality difference in some of the parts, and so there's that. TWSBI sources some very good nibs, and of course it's a steel nib, as is normal for the price range, and a standard TWSBI feed. This is a medium, and it's nicely decorated. It has the TWSBI logo on there, and all of that is just really well done. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just all well done. And I find that TWSBI does a fantastic job. Now, there have been a couple of pens where they had a little bit of trouble with some of this cracking. Now, I don't hear that about the Eco like you do. I think it was the 580 actually early on. that sometimes would crack. But one thing you get with this pen for the difference in price is a warranty to back the pen up. Now, I've never had to use it, but I have heard very positive things, and you may have too, read positive things about TWSBI backing up their pens. And so that is always greatly appreciated. And of course, that comes with the price difference as well. But it's not an expensive pen to begin with. It's expensive if you're used to buying a Papermate, but it's not an expensive pen as fountain pens go, and it's not an expensive pen in TWSBI's line. So very, very well made. Very simple, but very well made. And I find that it writes well. And speaking of writing, let's jump into that writing test. All right, so let's see how the Eco writes. Now again, you may have already seen some other videos on this one because it's been out for a while. This is TWSBI Eco, and it does have audible feedback. You don't really feel it, so that's more just an auditory thing. You might listen to this and think it's a scratchy pen. It is not at all, or a feedbacky pen. There's some noise. There is that, and not everybody likes noise, so you want to know that. But very smooth writer. You feel just the slightest hint of feedback. This one is a medium, and this is a J-Urbon. That's the Eclat de Saphir, the sapphire blue. It's an ink I've almost used up. It's been in a lot of my reviews, so you might have seen it before. I really like it. It's a nice, vibrant blue. Kind of a standard blue, but a vibrant blue. So I like that. I'm going to be quiet. Not too wet. You can see no trouble keeping up at all, ever. I don't think I've ever had an issue with this pen in any way. Really reliable writer. Easy to clean out. And a comfortable pen to write with. I really like, and a lot of people really like, the TWSBI Eco. If you've ever been on the fence about this pen, saying, you know, I don't know, everybody likes it, but can it be that good? And my answer would be, yes, it is. And like I say, I don't even know why it is that I have waited so long to review that pen, because I really like it. This is a regular in my pen case. I use that quite a bit. I would highly recommend that. This is a tremendously good first fountain pen. You know, it's a little bit more than, say, a Pilot Metropolitan or something like that, but it's very well made. If you know somebody that wants a fountain pen, or you want a fountain pen, and you're going to want to use bottled ink and not cartridges, then you know you don't have to have a converter, which is an extra cost on some pens, and it holds more ink. And if you are like me and you like a demonstrator so that you can see that ink in there, well, that's just always cool, isn't it? So I just highly recommend this pen. As I said, this is one that I go to all the time. And I will tell you this, I would not have bought, recently I got the 580, the AL 580 in the Prussian blue. I would not have bought this pen had my impression of this pen been so good, because you know, this one is a costlier item, and because it was a special edition and a stub nib, it was a few dollars even higher than normal. But this one was so good that it gave me the confidence to do that. This is just an excellent pen, and you can get it in all kinds of colors. So the TWSBI Eco, if nobody else convinced you, maybe I've convinced you, this is a fantastic demonstrator fountain pen.